by A.J. Green.
Mariota rush. Open. Catch made. The Titans are going to win in overtime. Corey Davis.
All right, y'all, we are back with Auto Talk, and we're about to hit the NFL segment. We're going to talk about everything, all the crazy stuff that happened. And the final game of Week 4 was actually tonight. The Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And Pat Mahomes led Kansas City on a fourth-quarter drive to win the game.
That kid is special.
And then, I mean, the weapons he's got around him, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt.
This is pretty much the same team that the Eagles had when Andy Reid had, remember, LaShawn McCoy, Jeremy Maclin, they had Michael Vick throwing the ball. Or like there was such speed and explosiveness, and it's the same thing you have with the Kansas City Chiefs now. And you add Travis Kelce to that too, Sammy Watkins. This team is loaded.
Anyway, moving on. It was good. It was a very good game. Came down to the wire. Case Keenum is not the truth, and I'm going to continue to say that. He went to Denver, and Denver's better, but not that much better than they were last year.
But I did call that Denver defense. I did call that Denver defense being able to stifle the Chiefs. I mean, they ended up losing, but
I wouldn't say they stifled the Chiefs.
I think
for a while they did though.
Demaryius Thomas came up short. I think he let up. I think he was running slow. That was a good ball he put. That
Do you think he faced himself in fantasy? So he was like, "Nah,
I'm
good.
I'm facing myself." That would be weird to be in a fantasy
Must
league.
have been his big money league.
But moving on, that was a good game. It's crazy to see how good the Chiefs are. The Broncos are what we thought they were.
Moving on to an even better game.
Yeah, this was the shootout that I don't think everybody was expecting at all. I thought
you did it.
No, I knew Atlanta would score points.
The Bengals been scoring a lot of points too.
And you know what? I went and looked, and they do. They have been scoring points. I just didn't. When I think of Bengals, the last thing I think is points.
Man, they got weapons. They got A.J. Green. They got John Ross, coming from one of the best colleges in the country.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Todd Boyd.
But they have a bunch of. They're just the Bengals. The Bengals are almost as cursed
John
as
Ross
the Browns.
hurt too.
On a touchdown.
Yep.
That was a nice play. But the Bengals ended up beating the Falcons 37-36
on a walk-off touchdown. The A.J. Green.
Yeah, I mean it was.
You know who I love to see ball out? Calvin Ridley. Because so for the first time, you have a receiver opposite side of Julio Jones that gives you a threat the way that Calvin Ridley does. And what did Julio Jones do? He just dropped a cool 175.
Julio Jones has never really had big touchdown numbers.
He hasn't caught a touchdown in like over a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know how you don't throw.
But he still gets the
and Calvin
yards
Ridley
and the
has 5
receptions.
touchdowns in the past 3 games.
In the red zone, they're double teaming him all the time.
It's kind of insane to see.
Keep
how
doing that.
You-
I'm cool with that.
I'm
cool with
not.
that.
I'm not.
I'll take Julio off you. I'll take that headache off of you.
I think the other thing though that we see coming out of this game, and specifically Cincinnati, is that Cincinnati defense might be the real deal. I mean, they
gave him 36.
They did, but you know what? They were putting so much pressure
36.
on the quarterback. I mean, that defensive line is ridiculous, bro.